Hey everyone, I'm Stephen Gage, President of Vision Commercial Development. Today we're talking about real estate investing myths. There are so many myths out there that scare people off or give them the wrong idea about what it really takes to get started. So in this video, I'm debunking some of those most common real estate investment myths and explaining what's actually true. Let's dive in. One of the biggest misconceptions out there is that you need to be wealthy to invest in real estate. A lot of people think that they need a huge pile of cash or a 20% down payment to get started. But in reality, you don't need a lot of money. I personally started real estate investing with almost no capital. What I did was create a syndication and go out and raise capital from friends and family to get started. Nowadays, there are so many ways to invest in real estate without deep pockets. People say crowdfunding platforms are good because they allow you to get started with relatively small amounts of money. Some even let you contribute as little as $500. Personally, you should be cautious of these platforms. Regardless if you're putting in $100,000 or $1,000, make sure you're doing your due diligence on the investment. However, creative financing options like partnerships or house hacking, where you live in part of the property and rent out the rest, make it possible to start small and scale up. I've personally seen people start with very little, pooling small amounts of funds with other investors to grow their portfolios over time. The key is to think creatively and look at the various entry points. If you're resourceful, you can get started without a massive amount of capital. There's this idea that real estate investing is extremely risky. Sure, like any investment, there's always some level of risk involved, but to label it as extremely risky isn't entirely accurate. In fact, real estate can actually be one of the more stable investment options when approached the right way. With a solid strategy, especially when it comes to rental properties, you can create consistent monthly income that's less susceptible to market swings. Compare that to stocks, which can experience drastic highs and lows, sometimes even within the same day. Real estate, on the other hand, tends to be more predictable and often appreciates in value over time. Even after economic downturns, property values typically recover. So while there are risks, they can be mitigated with the right planning, making real estate more of a long-term wealth building game than a high-risk gamble. I invest not only into real estate, but into stocks, crypto, and more. From my experience, real estate offers a level of control that you just don't get with other investments. Truthfully, I think it's much easier to manage the risk in real estate investing because you decide on almost every aspect that can create risk, like the type of property, the location of the property, and you even get to screen the tenants. A lot of people shy away from real estate because they think you need to be an expert right from the start. They imagine you need to know everything about market trends, financing, property management, and more. But that's just not true. You don't have to be a complete expert to invest successfully in real estate. There are so many resources available, from books and courses to YouTube channels like this one, that can help guide you as you learn. When I started, I didn't know everything. I learned as I went. The important thing is to take that first step and not let the fear of not knowing everything stop you. Start with a small investment or a manageable project and build your expertise over time. Network, talk to experts, get advice, and most importantly, make sure you do your own research. Another myth I hear all the time is that real estate investing requires a huge time commitment. People think that they'll be spending every weekend fixing up properties or dealing with tenants' phone calls at all hours of the night. But that's only true if you choose a hands-on approach. There are plenty of ways to invest in real estate that don't require much of your time. Real estate syndication, for example, lets you invest without worrying about day-to-day management. If you're more interested in passive income than being a full-time landlord, these options are ideal. Personally, I love a balance between hands-on and passive investing. I purchase properties with my team as well as build new properties, ground up. If you enjoy the process of managing properties, great. But if you're busy with other things, like a full-time job or other investments, passive strategies still make money. At Vision Commercial Development, we invest into building new properties and invest into buying properties as well. At the end of the day, we're looking at what strategy will drive the best long-term results. Many people believe that to invest in real estate, you need to take out a big, intimidating loan. But the truth is, that's not the only way in. When I first started, I didn't jump into massive loans. I invested with other small investors to buy bigger properties in order to sell them later. I used a mix of creative strategies and smaller investments to get started. There's no shame in starting small. What matters is making that first move and scaling up as you gain more experience and confidence. Lastly, let's address the myth that real estate investing is a get-rich-quick scheme. We've all seen the stories of people who made huge profits overnight, but in reality, that's not how most successful real estate investors operate, and you're only seeing these stories because of social media. Real estate is a long-term game. It's about building wealth slowly and steadily over time. It takes patience, careful planning, and a willingness to ride out the ups and downs of the market. While there are moments when the market favors rapid gains, those moments are rare, and they shouldn't be thought of as the expectation. I've been in real estate for years, and trust me, there's no shortcuts. It takes time, discipline, and smart decision-making to see real results. The key is to set realistic expectations and understand that consistent efforts over time is what leads to success. So there you have it, the most common myths about real estate investing debunked. Real estate can be an incredible investment vehicle, but it's important to approach it with the right mindset. You don't need to be wealthy, you don't need to take out massive loans, or be an expert to get started. And while it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, it can absolutely be a path to long-term financial success. If you are interested in commercial real estate investing and don't want to do it alone, our company, Vision Commercial Development, is always on the lookout for new investors who'd like to participate in groundbreaking projects. If you want to start working with a team today, head over to visioncommercialdevelopment.com and let's chat about new and fun investment opportunities that we could potentially work on together. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Let me know in the comments, what has stopped you from investing in real estate? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.